Whoa! Look! All right, this is a jar. It's just an old, I don't know, salsa, something, whatever the hell this is. And you put avocado pits in these. You put 3 toothpicks in an avocado pit so that it'll sit in the jar real nice, right? And months later, and I do mean months later, look! It's growing roots! That's a big deal. I know. It sounds like I'm being really overly excited about avocado roots, but this is really hard to do, and I did it over the winter time in Ohio. So it sat on a stand in a south-facing window, and I just made sure that I changed the water every once in a while. This piece right here is that's actually the toothpick. We're going to pull that out. There, because as it expands, the toothpicks move. Isn't that beautiful? So I have frequency stickers all around the stand over there that they were sitting on, and this is what avocado root looks like. Now, actually, that's not true. Not all of them look like this. A lot of them only have one of these, okay? But this one is beautiful, and it's ready to get planted. So I'm going to start this thing in a kind of a smaller pot, and oh, I thought I had a spoon, but maybe I don't, so I'll just use the big old shovel. I don't care. You want to make sure that like half of the root is still sticking out. All right, or I'm sorry, half of the pit is still sticking out. And then I'm going to dump some water on top of that, and I'm going to leave the toothpicks in, just because that's what I do. And fortunately with these, you don't have to be like super careful, but you do have to be careful while you're planting these not to break the whole pit apart. All right. I keep calling it a pit just because it's big. It's not like a seed. It's a pit, right? So I'm going to go all around the outside and then give it a drink. Bust up some of these chunks here. I'm so excited. I have another one too that's got a much longer root, a single root, but much longer. Like that sucker's got to get planted here pretty quick. Bust up some more of these. I'm so excited, you guys. It's a big deal. But then maintaining the plant is just as challenging because they are tropical, right? They're not supposed to grow in Ohio. Ha! Frequency stickers. All right, so I went ahead and I'm leaving the top part open. You don't want to cover the whole thing when you plant these because the tree is actually going to grow out of here. All right, can you see that? All right, see where there's that split in the pit? The trunk of the tree is actually, or the trunk of the plant or the stem of the plant is actually going to come from there, okay? It's going to go ahead and come right up from the center. So I'm going to give it a drink of the original water that it was in. Yeah, the water's green. It looks disgusting, right? Now, it's rainwater. It's fine. And since it was in water, I'm going to soak the hell out of this thing because it was like literally soaking in water, right? So, and of course it's all coming out, which is fine. And we'll just go ahead and leave that be for a little bit, and I'll keep soaking it, and we'll see what happens, right? And that's going to be an avocado. Actually, let's see if I can do this. It's going to be, I'm going to switch this over real quick. It's going to be an avocado plant that looks like that. See, there's all the rest of them. And I'll go ahead and get to those another day. Well, the one that's got the root ready, the one that's got the real long root is this one right here. And yes, next to it, that's a pussy willow plant, and it's growing roots. We'll get to that another day too, because I had no idea that you could root those in water. That's like super exciting, and that may actually be a source of money for me. I'll show you the pussy willow tree that I've got outside. Great story. All right, anyway, so yeah, so that one is going to be next, but that root is super long, like really, really long. But we'll do that one next. But this is what an avocado plant looks like. And there it is in that little tiny pot down there. And it actually has a frequency hologram in there. Let's see if I can get, I have to like crawl over this wire. Hang on. It's my grow lights. And I was on the floor, so I have to crawl over the wire to get to this. This is a superfood fertilizer. Black Hollow. Let me turn this around so you can see it without busting up the plants. See? Superfood fertilizer, energetic hologram, and that's the stem of this plant, and this probably needs to get replanted this year, actually. This is what an avocado plant looks like. See? Isn't it beautiful? That sucker started the same way as this other one that I just did. It's got like actual branches and everything, and it's got like new growth because it's springtime. It's very exciting. So yeah, so that's what this one that I just planted will look like eventually, if I'm careful, right? Don't mind my mess. My seedlings and everything are scattered still all over. Look, butternut squash. So yeah, there's an avocado. We'll let that sucker sit in the window for a little bit, keep it moist, take it outside after a while when the weather gets warm enough, and we're off to the races. All right, happy Friday, y'all. See ya.